Hi everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author, and today we're going to be talking about points of view in writing. I've always been someone who prefers first person, but then I write young adult and it's more common for that to be in first person. However, there are a number of ways to write. I'm going to stick to the most popular, which is first and third, and give you the pros and cons of both. So what are the pros for first person? I feel like first gives you a more intimate feel. I also feel like it gives you a chance to get to know the main character. It can make the whole book seem more like you're chatting with a friend. And it leaves you open to explore the thoughts from the main character without needing to add a narrator. You're right in the thick of it, the story, and so long as the story always follows the main point of view. It's possible to switch point of view characters and allow for different feelings to come across depending on who is speaking. It also allows the reader to hopefully relate to the protagonist on a deeper level. So what are the cons for first? One of my points is also a con in that first does limit what you can see and feel. You can talk about another character thinking this or that, but unless your protagonist is psychic, they ain't gonna know. It limits what people can see, and sometimes it can have a negative effect on the reader. If they don't relate to your chosen protagonist, then it could make it harder for them to get invested in your story. Things that are relevant to the story but aren't to the protagonist may also get missed. They may also feel too clunky to have the character think or talk about them. This can be a pro too if you're writing a story with some sense of mystery, but it's also a con. Descriptions are harder for some people to do because of a lot of the time it feels like they're just describing themselves, and this can lead to some tropes and cliches the readers prefer you avoid. So that's first person. Let's move on to a third. So what are the pros for third? It allows you to offer a wide variety of characters, thoughts and feelings. It gives you a chance to explore the world via different points of view. You're not tied to one character, and then you can explore things away from your protagonist. And certain kinds of third point of view can give you the intimate feel of first without needing to actually be in first. Especially given that there are lots of different ways to do third person. You can do it in a way that has that same feeling of first without it actually being first. It gives you a chance to explore and hold back just as first does, though it is easier to switch between because of the basis of the point of view. You can still switch which character is the main focus and allow for a broader scope of what the reader is told and sees. Cons for third. Sometimes it has the same con as first in that you're not inside the head of one person, so you can alienate your reader. That said, there are ways of doing third that allow for the same intimate feel, as I said. Depending on your genre, it can be seen as the wrong choice. Young adult is seen as more of a first point of view, it's more popular, it's more considered more the norm, but that doesn't mean that writing a book in third in young adult would be wrong. It's a personal choice, and I think that you can never really be wrong with which point of view you chose. So those are the pros and cons of first and third person when writing. When I'm talking about first and third person, I am generally speaking broadly about first person and third person rather than going into the different kinds of third person. Personally, like I said, I always prefer first person because I feel like I connect with the protagonist better and it helps me give a better feel to telling my story. But a lot of it is a personal choice, a lot of it is a stylistic choice, a lot of it comes down to what you as the writer want to say. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure from people to choose one or the other. In the past, one of my editors have said to me, I really wish you'd write a book in third, and I'm just like, but this story can't be told in third, so yeah. But there we go. As I said, it's a stylistic and personal choice, and it's something that really only the writer can decide which one to use. There is no wrong point of view, there is no better point of view. It's just a case of finding whichever one works for you. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to get in touch with me, you can comment or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. All links to which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye!